Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Another happy Monday. Let me kind of think about how I'm going to start this one off here. We get leads, whether it's a digital lead, Facebook lead, referral, or you buy a direct mail lead. And what happens is that we're somewhat programmed. We're in the final expense market. The lead was sent out for final expense. We have to discuss with them. We have to sell them a simplified issue whole life, because that's what we're supposed to do. This is what we're kind of like programmed in our mind. Final expense, simplified issue, whole life, cash value. This is what they need. This is what I'm supposed to go over. This is what they're supposed to buy, so I must sell them on it. Is there anything wrong with thinking that way? No. Yet, what we've got to understand is that we need to find out, first of all, why the person sent the card in. On the card, it does not say exactly why they sent the card in. They sent the card in, they put on their Jimmy Jones, they put their date of birth, and they put their phone number on there for you. Yet it really doesn't say on the card, this is the information I want you to give me. When they send this card in, they're wanting you as a professional to advise them on what is best for their current situation, not knowing everything we do is based on their height, weight, their health, their medication, all those things there. Even what type of checking account, savings account that they use, or if they use a debit card. So all these factors we must gather to put into, I call it like a blender, and blend it all together, and whatever works best for them is what we're supposed to share with them. Years ago, I rode with an agent, went out there, he was on autopilot, final expense. That was the only thing on his mind. He sat there, talked to the guy says, yes, I need something. He told him a $5,000 policy, and I believe the premiums were, I think, $40. $40 for $5,000, and the guy was 64 years old. And the guy kept on saying, no, I want to think about it. I need for my wife to come home, and I wasn't expecting you just to do a door knock and drive by. So the agent says, Joe, you have anything you want to say? So what I'm going to tell you what I said is something you guys need to sign up, think about when you're doing a presentation, not go autopilot, final expense. I told the gentleman, I said I was listening to Richard speak with you about going over this program, and I see some hesitation on your part. He goes, yes. And I said, well, I don't recall if Richard asked you, did you have any type of life insurance or any type of burial program set up for you in the past? He goes, well, I kind of did. I said, okay. I said, explain to me what you kind of did. He says, well, I had a term product that was for 10 years that just ran out 2 months ago. And I was going to use that to take care of my final expenses, and whatever money I had left over, I was going to give to my wife. So right there, ding, 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 the bell went off in my mind. He's comparing is $40 for $5 and what term would cost. So when you start comparing, which you don't know unless you ask, term cost and face compared to a simplified issue cost and face, they're totally different. Make a long story short, ended up giving him an AMAM easy term 10, and the guy was happy. He got $25,000, I believe it was like $45, $46, somewhere around that area there. He was happy. We got out, the agent says, why did you sell him a term? This is final expense. So, well, if I didn't sell him that there, somebody else would have. So here's the reason for my call today. When you're visiting with somebody, you need to kind of like do exploratory surgery. You need to kind of open up their emotions, open up their thought process to find out what they've had before. What did they have before? Was it a term? Was it a whole life? Was it a UL? Was it just money they had in their savings account? If they had nothing, they never bought nothing, you got to find out why. And that's the reason why you really never made that decision to move forward with something that is so important to protect your family. They're going to come up with some answer. Or they could have had a simplified issue and they could have latched on it. You need to find out the name of the company, how long they had it for, the face amount, the premiums, because we all know no matter what we offer today, the price is going to be higher today than what it was even if they bought it last year, depending on the carrier. Okay? With that said, we have competition that's got higher premiums than ours with the same face amount. So you need to find out how long ago they bought it and what carrier did they get it from. When you're speaking with them, your mind is going, I want to sell them something. Yet you don't know what that something is until you actually start pulling out everything when you have like that open heart surgery. Got to put this off to the side, this off to the side, this off to the side. Got to make it all work, and now you got to put it back together. You don't know, for unforsaken reason, that the person would have wanted something on accidental health. You don't know if they wanted just a straight standalone AD&D. Jack Skagg and I rode about 2 hours north of us, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. Went into the home. Husband said he had life insurance through his employer. The wife said she was unsure what she wanted to do. She thought she was on the husband's plan. They couldn't afford that much. Times were hard. They were crying. When Jack gave her the old 1-2, she ended up getting a $5,000 Rural Neighbors policy. Back then the minimum was $5,000, now it's $7,000. Got our $5,000 policy. We kept on chit-chatting all that there. So we started investigating with him what he had at work. He said he had $25,000 at work. I said, well, may I ask what you do? He says, I'm a truck driver. I said, okay. I said, you drive in-state or you drive out of state? He says, no, I'm all over the place. So looked at the wife. I told her, I said, does he have any type of accidental insurance set up for him? God forbid, snowy weather, icy roads, truck slides, somebody hits him. Because we've got an accidental program, I know this by heart, and this is something you should know by heart. We've got a $10,000 accidental policy that will be a perfect fit for your husband for $100,000 for $9.79. I said, to me, it's something you ought to kind of think about. She says, I want it. I mean, there was no, let me think about it. The money wasn't hard no more. They saw, well, she saw the value. He realized the value when she said she wanted it. So what ends up happening is that when we're speaking to somebody, the bell's got to go off. The ding, ding, ding's got to go off for them to see that what you're speaking about is valuable to them, to where they're willing to give you their money to buy that policy. If you do not peel that skin back far enough, you're not going to know exactly either what they had before, what they've been talking about, what another agent has come and discussed with them. People are sometimes a little bit mysterious. Sometimes they'll tell you, sometimes they won't. So now what you got to do is that it's kind of like if you're a fisherman, you're throwing bait out there to see if a fish will bite. That's what we're going to start doing. A lot of times you're in the house and they'll say, yes, I want a final expense plan. So you're going to ask them, have you had one before? Did you have a term, a whole life? You're going to move forward. Now, just because you sold that one policy, or better yet, they bought that one policy because you shared the value with them and you made them see that there was a need for it, that doesn't mean pack up your bags and leave. Okay? What it means is kind of like, I also do some other things just for you to know. I said, I was just in a home about a week ago and I had a person who was an Uber driver and they got an accidental policy for me. All I want to do is just kind of tell you this here because you may have a friend who may need my services. And I'm telling them this here so in case I did not pull that peel back far enough to gather all the information. And it takes time, guys. It takes practice to extract that information from the people. It's not that they really don't want to tell you, but some people are on like a need to know basis. Okay, you don't need to know this unless I really, really want to tell you. Yet if something that you say clicks, they're going to ask you a question. I was with a client last week whose son was an Uber Eats driver. I told her about the $50,000 accidental plan, $4.80 a month. Really? She called the son over. He said, Mom, you think I should get it? She says, yes, I think you should, honey. It's only $4.80, and God forbid something happens to you, we've got a couple dollars, okay? The son was reinforced because the mother thought it was a good deal. If you don't say something like that there, well, Joe, it's only $4.80. That's only $60 annualized premium. That's just not worth it. It is worth it. Because now what you do is that now you've got two hooks in them. You sold the mother something, you sold the son something. Now what's happening is the people are starting to feel more comfortable and confident with you because you know what you're speaking about. You offer more than just one thing. I don't know if you have any need for this here. I don't know if you have any grandkids, but we've got programs where a lot of folks are starting to take out programs for their grandchildren to leave as a legacy to either help them with college and all these different things here. Never knew about that there. We've also got programs where you can qualify for a life program and you can put your child or grandchild as a rider to get them some coverage so God forbid something happens. Are you currently happy with your health insurance? Well, I'm only 62 years old. I'm on the Obamacare and this and that stuff there. Say, okay. Gather that information. When it comes time for open enrollment for the ACA, if you're in the under 65 market, may I call you back? I'll do some shopping around for you. How's your health? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're 67 years old. Who do you have your current health insurance with? What you're doing is that you pull that peeling back, yet what you're doing, instead of having them tell you, you're now helping them with the answer. I've got Humana. Are you happy with it? Yeah, they're all right, but I'm always looking for some better benefits. Say, well, you know something right now, in the state of Florida, they got an SEP where I can change you up until July. If you don't have an SEP, what we're going to do is that open enrollment starts October 15th. And with your permission, I can get back with you because the programs are usually changing. They normally change for the better. Some carriers stay the same, and I may have a carrier that may be better than what you currently have. Will it be all right if I get with you? When somebody's going to get something either for free or they're going to get some additional benefits that are not going to cost them anything, it's amazing how willing they're going to want to tell you, yes, give me a call. Matter of fact, you have my home number, let me give you my cell phone number, because they're going to be getting something. The secret to all of this here, pulling the peel back, speaking with them, is to go slow. You're not going to race to get to the end real quick. You're going to just take your time, because every time you say something to someone, it's got to enter here or enter through their ears, roll around in that brain. It's got to come down, go through their esophagus. They got to swallow it, and you want them to feel it and taste it in their stomach to where you know that actually it has been digested, that now they actually know. Okay? When you're talking about accidental, grandchild, child, all these different things at one time, it may be going, you may be going a little too fast, and you're not giving them time to think. And the reason a lot of agents go fast is because the client is not giving them a response like uh-huh or yes. So what's happening, the client is trying to activate all those brain cells to think, do I need what he's talking about? Should I give him more of an opportunity to pitch me? Do I like him? Do I like her? Do I have confidence in them? Are they speaking to me with respect? Are they speaking to me in a language that I understand? Just because you know words that are this long, It does not mean you're supposed to try to baffle them with these big knowledgeable words, because understand, primarily the folks we deal with are seniors. They're smart. Yet what happens is that, like, they're out of the workplace, their brain's going a little bit slower, they got grandkids coming over, they're doing yard work, he's outside cutting the grass. So we got to kind of like tap those brakes. So when you speak with a client, they're hearing what you're saying. You actually want them to be listening to everything you say to where it sits up there somewhere. And instead of you saying, I do Medicare Advantage, I do Medicare Supplements, I do accidental, child, grandchild, you start running through all these things real quick, too fast. I do grandchild and I do children riders. Do you have any children that I give you information on? No, I don't. Do you have any family members that may be in need of an accidental program if they do a lot of driving? No matter whether it's in the city or no matter where they go, a lot of people take advantage of it because it's so inexpensive. You get a $100,000 program here in Florida for $9.79 a month. $100,000 is a lot of money. It clicks in their brain. They may not jump right then, okay, but it clicks. What about if you were to get a paper that has a little bit of a bio about you? Scaglione Insurance Group, Jack Scaglione Insurance Agent, been in business for 38 years, started here, starting here. Picture your family. Picture your family with your little dog. Okay? These are some of the carriers I represent. This is what I do. Life insurance, health insurance, Medicare insurance. Give them a little 8.5 by 11 paper, a bio on you with your picture, I recommend, and leave it with people. So when you go over all of this stuff here, you're leaving them something to where now they got something about you, the guy, the girl that they actually said, I want to buy. And they've given you all of their information. What about if you share a little bit about you that you leave with them? Some may do nothing with it. Some may put it away. Some may pull it out and say, damn, that's right. Jack did say something about this here. We've got to do things one step better than our competition. More people out there doing what we're doing. I started doing this, like now it's going on 26 years. There are probably a lot of people out there doing it, yet there's 100 times more doing it today. More carriers out there doing it today. More people buying leads today. So when you get in front of somebody, you want to make sure that you leave a lasting impression after you peel back. Because hopefully they won't send another card in, they're going to call you. Leave a bio, company cards. I give away coffee cups. So you put in your cabin, no matter whether you're going to call me at nighttime when you're having tea or in the morning having coffee, you call me anytime. I'm here to help you out. Or a little magnet with your card on it to put on the refrigerator. We must, in today's times, in sales, no matter when you started, you've got to go over and above and go beyond your competition. You got to make sure your client understands everything that you're there to do. You got to let the client feel that they are participating in this discussion. You can't talk the whole time. Some agents just want to talk. Stop. Let them digest it. Let them feel it down here. Do you have any questions? How do you feel about that there? The slower you go, within reason, I don't want you to go real slow, but the slower you go, I can almost guarantee you that you're going to get a better opportunity for them to bite on it. You're out there fishing and you pulling that rod back that real fast and all that stuff there. There's no way for that fish to grab it. But if you do it kind of slow and you're teasing that fish, you put it right in front of that fish's nose, he's going to snap on it. And that's what you want to do when you're speaking with a client. Go slow, give them a lot of bait, tell them the things you do, tell them why they should work with you, tell them how long you've been in business for. Tell them that there. Brag on yourself a little bit. I love doing this here. Think about it. Okay, guys, we love you. You got any questions, give us a call. Anything you need, call. We love you guys. You all be good. Bye-bye.